When others do wrong by you, it will only affect you if you perceive it in a negative way that changes how you think and feel. There's a saying, right? And it says, I believe it was Shakespeare said it. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So someone could do something to you, someone could say something, say someone does something to try to aggravate you or irritate you, or say someone says something that's one of the worst things you ever heard because they wanted to rise out of you. If you perceive it in a way that changes how you think and feel, then you're going to be the one that is bringing pain and hurt into their life. You're going to be the one inviting yourself to be hurt, welcoming yourself to a pity party. You don't have to feel negatively because that's what someone wants. That's what someone's trying to imply, that hey, you should feel bad about yourself because that's what I want you to do. You don't have to feel bad about yourself because that's somebody else's MO. If someone has that type of issue, that's something that they have to deal with. But don't allow it to change your perception. And your perception is also your faith. Alright, so you can't allow people to change your perception. You wouldn't let anyone change your faith, right? If you believed in yourself and I said, hey, don't believe in yourself, you wouldn't listen to me. You wouldn't listen to anyone, and don't listen to anyone that ever tries to come into your life and tell you to not believe in yourself. That person is a fool. So when someone does wrong by you, say you have someone that is causing problems, say there's someone that is just trying to get underneath your skin, being irritating to you, someone doing something to where they feel it's no problem. On the surface, it doesn't look like they're creating a problem, but they're doing things that are negative. They're doing things that you may not like. They're doing things to upset you. And if you perceive them in a way that is going to make you upset, that's all you're going to get. If you perceive it in a way that, you know what, this is ruining me, this is destroying me, this is stressing me out, you become worried about it, and you let you let the people eat at you, you let the stress eat at you, you let the worry eat at you, you let the doubt eat at you, you let a lot of things eat at you unnecessarily. You let a lot of things eat at you unnecessarily. And I saw a video the other day where a person was talking about how your body feeds off of the environment that it's in. So if you're in a stressful environment, then your body is feeding off of whatever could possibly be causing you stress and causing damage to your nervous system, causing health issues. And the sick part about it is, this is why it's evil. And people will laugh at a person all the way into stressing themselves out into a health issue. That's why it's good to laugh. It's good to not take life or certain situations dealing with people too seriously, because you could really cause yourself a lot of damage, and it would be you doing it to you. It wouldn't be another person doing it to you. They just throw something up to see if it sticks. If it's up, then it's stuck. That's all they're doing. And you have to destroy. You're either, with your mind, I was thinking about this the other day, with your mind, you're either building a relationship or you're either destroying some bull stuff or a hatership or something negative. You're either building which is positive, or you're either destroying, which is either negative and positive. Or, you're destroying negative, which obviously is positive. But if you perceive something as being the end for you, or something being able to affect you in a way to where now your just energy is all over the place, if you see yourself that way, you that's called a hang up. All right, if you see yourself that way, that's a negative self-identity. That's a way that you're not supposed to view yourself, because it's self-limiting. It shows that you have self-limiting beliefs. It shows that you lack faith. It shows that you're incorrectly using your faith. You're incorrectly using your mind when you're upset over things that are happening outside of you, or if things outside of you are able to trigger you and get you upset. You're not using your mind in a way that would benefit you if you're still getting upset, or reacting or being triggered. You're not taking the situations that you're going through and learning from them and using them as experiences to grow. And that's my next point. That's what makes this so powerful, and that's what makes your perception so powerful, and that's what makes you so powerful, is that you can perceive what people are doing as just life, or just as a part of your growth. Basically, what I'm saying is, you can view the negative things that are happening to you as something that's happening for your growth, something that's happening for your betterment, something that's happening for you to overcome, so that way you'll have a new level of strength, you'll have a new level of experience, you'll have a new level of wherewithal, to where you'll be able to face whatever comes your way, because you'll have a recollection and a collection of all the things that you are, all the times you've already been through, all the things you've already had to overcome, all the things you've already faced. You'll be able to look back and be like, you know what? If I got through that period, this too shall come to pass. This time that I'm in right now, it will most definitely come to pass. So, and that's another thing. When you feel the negative energy from a negative person, all you have to do is tell yourself, this hasn't come to stay. It has come to pass. Sometimes you're going to experience things that you don't like. Sometimes you're going to experience things that are uncomfortable. Not every day is going to be a good day, but there is some good that you can find in every single day. You better believe it. Not every day may be a good day, but there is some good that you can find in every day and every day. So if you perceive things to be negative, then that's what they're going to be. But if you perceive them for your growth, if you perceive them as making you better, as making you stronger, as putting you on game, as putting you above life's trials and tribulations, making you destroy the weakness within yourself, making you dig deep within yourself, and just plucking out all the characteristics that don't do you any justice, that make it more hard or difficult for you to live. It's already hard or difficult having to process things, but processing them in a way to where it doesn't work out well for you will only make the situation worse. So what will help in a negative situation where you're dealing with a toxic environment, where there's stressors and situations that sometimes people actually set up to try to bring stress into a person's life? Maybe they're unaware of the actual totality of it. They think it's just a fun and game kind of thing where it's like, okay, we're messing with this person, ha ha he he. But you never know how people take life and deal with life. You may be playing with someone may be stressing seriously over that. And that's why you don't want to take things too seriously or be that person that stresses seriously over things that happen to them in life that they don't like. Because there are going to be a lot of things in life that you don't like. There are going to be a lot of people in life that you don't like. There are going to be a lot of people in life that don't like you. There are going to be a lot of people in life that do things you don't like. There are going to be a lot of people in life that don't like the things you do. And maybe they might purposely try to antagonize you or be difficult to you in some kind of way because they're not going to bend or break their personality for the likes of you. And who says they have to? People don't have to do that. But usually when you go to avoid people like this, once you come to this point of realization and just accept it that I can't change people, then they come seeking you. They turn into a narcissistic gang stalker. Someone who you try to avoid because of the negativity that they bring to you and your experience with them. You try to avoid them, and now this person is seeking you out and following you and making you have to interact with them, knowing that they're not the most positive person for someone to want to interact with in the first place. And that can also be stressful. All right, so don't let the sun go down on your wrath before you, God, just, pop that in there. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath before you go to sleep. See yourself as not stressing over things, or as peaceful as you want to be, or as relaxed, or as letting everything go, and your mind will do a lot of work for you while you're asleep and work these things out. And also in the morning when you wake up, anybody that has stressed you out or you view as a stressful person, even if it's your own perception and you're working on that, send love to people. Send love to the people who you feel are difficult or aggravating or stressful to you. Send them love. All right, don't sit here and think about them in a negative light, because what you think about others, you think about yourself. You don't think, feel, or say anything about anyone. You only think, feel, or say things about yourself. But the thing is, you'll have people who are evil that will try to change your perception on how you view things, because that's just a toxic way to engage with another person. But these are the games that people play. People want to skew your view. All right, they want yours is askew. All right, shout out to everybody that used to watch Drake and Josh with the black lady that was the manager of them when they worked at the movie theater. She was like, Drake, yours is good. He was like, what about mine, Ellen? And she was like, Josh, yours is askew. So, yeah. Anyway, you don't want to allow anyone to skew your view by taking it off of what you know to be true, your faith, your perception. All right. And you want to be able to perceive yourself in a way that renders you almighty powerful over anything, anyone, or any place may try to do or to bring into your reality, whether it be stress, whether it be lack of peace, whether it be worry. Some people want you to worry over your situation, so they keep bringing up the fact that things aren't going as well as they could for you. It's because they see you overcoming it, and they see you overcoming it with flying colors. All right, they see you overcoming it, doing an outstanding job, deserving an outstanding ovation. So I'm gonna give you one right now. You deserve a round of applause because you got you know what I really want to say. You got a big pair of claws. That's what I really want to say. You're clawing away at life as you should. All right. You're making it look easy, something that may seem difficult to other people, and they want to remind you of life's difficulties. They want you to feel the burden of the stress and the worry. But when you have God in your life, you don't have to And you don't have to deal with those things. That's what he's for. But a lot of people speak him, but they don't seek him, and they don't understand the experience. They don't understand the frequency, the vibration. They don't look at it from a deeper level of understanding. They just see it from the surface level, and it causes them to lack understanding. It causes them to be stuck in their ways. It causes them to be the Antichrist, because whoever comes in his name, and whoever cannot accept the Son cannot accept the Father. So people cannot accept the fact that people cannot accept the fact that you're aware of your anointing, you're aware of your unction, you're aware of your divinity. All right, you're aware of the Holy Spirit within you. All right, you're aware that you're a divine being. You know there's more to you than meets the eye. You're aware that you're special. You know these things, and you're not going to allow anybody to skew your view or change your perception of it. But some people aren't going to like being around that, because it's going to cause them to look down on themselves, because they're not looking up to themselves. They're not looking up to a higher view for themselves. So when some people look up to a higher view for themselves, or they see themselves a certain way, other people tend to look at that in a condescending way. But that comes with the territory that everyone has to deal with, that if they're trying to work towards becoming something greater than they already are. So when someone is, if someone's doing wrong and you would like them to change, you can't change them. So the one thing you could do is perceive it as something that doesn't affect you the way it once did, or you could perceive it in a way that you see it as affecting you in a way that it doesn't cause you distress, it doesn't cause you to react, it doesn't cause you to be triggered. You don't see it as something that can move you. You don't see it as something that can upset you or bother you. And once you reach this is the state of already overcoming the world, already overcoming the wicked one. And the true sense of that is already overcoming the wicked one. That's actually you. That's the self-doubt, that's the limiting belief, that's the I can't, that's the I won't because it hasn't, and because it hasn't and I won't, it never will. That's all that. All those negative self-talks, the voices in the back of your mind that you have to defeat. That's the wicked one. He was evil since the beginning. You can't tell me that side of us that it wasn't evil since the beginning. But some people acknowledge it, but it's like they don't do anything with it. They just acknowledge it to be toxic and they acknowledge it to be toxic and evil to others. They acknowledge their dark side, but everybody has a dark and a light side. Some people acknowledge both and tame the other. Some people acknowledge both and inflame the other. They turn up on that toxicity. And it's everybody's choice. Everybody has a choice to be what they want to be or do what they want to do. And so do you. You have the power to feel how you want about whatever that happens. You could be at a gathering. You could be at an event. You could be at a holiday. You could be in line. You could just be out in public. Something is said to bother you. Are you going to let it ruin your whole day? When you are shining, when you are dipped in butter, when you are dripping, when you are dripping, all right, 40 water, trying to say this in a way that makes sense. All right, when you have the type of personality or just the type of air about you that people can tell who you are. They can see that you're special. They can see something great about you. Sometimes people will see that and they'll try to, you know what, they'll try to take a dump on you. And that's something that will happen. And you have to just accept that. People sometimes will come out of their way and come out of their day to try to make you feel a similar way. Or if somebody's having a bad day, they may try to come at you and use that as some leverage to make them feel better about themselves. So I've ruined this person's day. And sometimes people just do that because that's how they feel, and they feel that's just the way things are supposed to go for everyone. But when you're a positive person, and when you're carrying yourself a certain way, negative people often find themselves attracted to you, and you often find yourself sometimes attracting negative people. All right, it's because they notice the light. All right, they notice the light within you, but you have the power to destroy the darkness within them. A lot of people, sometimes if they're not dealing with light, they're dealing with darkness, and that darkness, it causes them to not like when they see people operating in the light, operating in their higher self, operating in a version of themselves that is allowing them to become successful. All right, success isn't for everybody. Success is for the people who want it. Success is for the people who want to go after it. People who want certain things in life, they go after them. People who want to do certain things in life, they do them. So whatever you want to do, whatever it is you want to be or have, go after it. And other people who try to do you wrong, other people who try to steer you wrong, you'll have a value system set up, because when you build something, it takes focus, it takes determination. Determination, it takes discipline. You have to decide, make choices with your time. What are you going to do? When are you going to do? You really don't have a lot of time to be focused on if someone is doing you wrong, or if someone's not doing you right, or if someone's some type of way. You really don't have a lot of time to waste on that. All right, you don't have time to allow things to change how you feel. You have to continue to feel like you can be successful. You have to continue to feel like you can get what you want, because these are things that will distract you and take you off that path of success. You're focused, you're grinding, you're getting work done. Now you hear these negative words and you don't feel as motivated. You don't think that you're the one who's meant to do what you're doing anymore. Sometimes people can sow a seed of doubt in your conscious mind, and if you think about it and water it, that's fearing it. That's why what you fear, you become. Because if you're fearing in the first place, that means there's a seed of fear that has been planted, and you thinking about it, picturing it, experiencing it in your mind, seeing it, feeling it happen, that's watering that seed. And that's why what you fear will come upon you. But you could flip that with your perception, with your faith, and continue to focus on what you want and make that happen. How you feel is powerful, and people know that. That's why words have power. Words have power, and people understand that they hold power. But like I said previously in the beginning of this video, people are aware of their power, and some people misuse it. Some people abuse other people with it. Some people belittle and destroy others' lives with their power, because that's the only thing that makes them feel powerful. They really have a shallow understanding of what true power is, which is empowering yourself and uplifting yourself to be able to help other people see the good within themselves so they can do the same thing. That's true power. All that other false stuff, those are just false gods, and they're worshiping them. So it is what it is with that. You have to continue to have a perception that gives you what you want. That's your faith. You have to continue to have a mind that can focus back on what it wants and get its feeling focused back on what it wants. Because you can obviously want something, but say you have a lot of things that are outwardly trying to discourage you inwardly, how you feel about it. You can want something, you can think you can have something, you can know you deserve something or are worthy of it. But if you feel like you can't have it, or it's too good for you, or it's out of your reach, or you can't experience it because of where you're at currently, if you condition your mind for good only based off of circumstances that are out of your control, that's how you're basically cutting yourself off from the good that you could experience. You're putting a condition on your success. You're putting a you're putting like a permission on your success, as far as if something goes right, you can end up getting what you want. You have to not do that. Your perception has to be in such a way to where if you already see yourself being or doing or having something, regardless of it physically being tangible or being able to be used or driven or lived in or worn or experienced, you know that you can still have it, because you have a perception, you have a faith, you have a mind, you have a mindset, you have thoughts that help you create a feeling within yourself that makes you feel like the one who either already has it, can have it, can get it. If you can get your feeling there, you're in the way. That's why James Brown made that song. He said, "I got the feeling." But you'll have people who will try to change your perception, and you can't let them do that. It's a fight. That's why success is a battle, because you'll be in your home, you'll be in the mirror, you'll be in your prayer closet or your car or out in the woods, or you'll be by yourself and you'll be confident and feeling good. And then when you get around other people, you have to protect that. You have to protect that person that thinks those things about himself. You have to protect that person that feels a certain way about themselves, because other people will see that, because it shows. Other people will see that light, and that's why it disturbs their demons. You got to protect that person that wants to be successful, that thinks they can have what they want, that wants to be positive, and that has worked on themselves and that has healed. You have to protect that person, because there are opposing forces that are trying to make you backslide, damage you, re-hurt you, redistribute more pain and anguish and stress and turmoil in your life. But still, it's up to you on how you perceive it. You can see it as stepping stones to allowing you to a growth period, or no, to stepping stones to allow you to exit another growth period, or entering into another growth period. However you want to perceive it. You can see it as a boot camp or army or a storm. You picture it as something that once you come out of, things will be better, because you stayed your course. You didn't give up, and you continue to keep on. You continue to gravitate towards the finish line. And you have to make it to the finish line. Some people will try to make you think that you can't because they're in your way. Some people want you to think that you can't continue to become successful because they're there. You could be successful regardless of whoever's there. No one has the power to stop your success, but you may end up giving it to them unknowingly, having the wrong faith, having the wrong perception, fearing something, fearing a negative situation, fearing the outcome this person is trying to project or create. Some people want to create negative outcomes for you. You can't assist them or help them in doing that with negative thinking. So if somebody's doing you wrong, it's only going to affect you based off how you perceive it, how you see it. What you see is what you get. If you see something as negative enough to get in your head, get underneath your skin, cause you to be offended, cause you to get upset, cause you to be distracted, now you're focusing on things that are pulling your energy in a negative direction. When you have the power to redirect how you feel, you can change how you feel about things. Somebody could tell you, yo, you're fired, your life is over, nothing's gonna work out for you ever. If you listen to that person and you take that person, what they said, and you go off and believe that, then you're aiding in creating that. You have to get over things, you have to move past things, you have to get beyond circumstances and situations that you wouldn't want to experience in the first place. See, people who try to change your perception, if someone's being negative and you have to be around negativity a lot, that can change your perception. If a person's being negative, it could make a person feel they're unworthy. It could make a person go commit suicide. It could make a person do the harmful or hurtful things to themselves or others. But you know, people think this type of stuff is funny. They think it's a game, and they don't take these things seriously until either somebody snaps on themselves or somebody else. But it's all about your perception. Those people who snap, all they need to do is talk to somebody. And this is why videos like this are important. This is why information like this is important, getting it in your mind. So that way, when things happen, you'll have a strategy. You'll have a tool. You'll have a reminder. You'll have a way to direct negative energy away from you and have it flow back to where it came from. You can get back to enjoying your peace like you should, like you're supposed to, because this is heaven, and it is going to be heaven regardless of who is in hell. That's you have nothing to do with that. Don't let other people bring you there. Welcome to hell. No. No, like that. Yo, that Boys in the Hood movie, he said, welcome to hell. That's what people be. That's what negative people want to do to you. They want to bring you welcome to hell. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. Come along for this ride. Come along for this ride. They're on a one-way ticket to hell, man. With their thinking, with their believing, with their feeling, and how they want you to feel. Don't go with them. Don't feel oppositely of what you know to be true. The truth shall set you free. Not somebody's hating opinion. Not a negative perception. Not you hating yourself. The truth shall set you free. And what is the truth? The truth is that you don't have to feel any kind of way about any kind of day. You don't have to feel any kind of way about any kind of day. You could be having a bad day and change it around, turn it around, feel better about yourself, feel better about your day, feel better about your life, feel better about your situation. Your life is improving. Your life is not over. Your life's not down in the dumps. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to be unhappy. You don't have to be stuck in a situation that cuts off your growth or cuts off the positive energy of life flowing into you or your life. You can go wherever you want. You can be whatever you want, do whatever you want, have whatever you want. Don't take on the perception of the enemy. Don't take on the perception of the devil, your devil, their devil, whoever's devil. Don't take on the perception of negative thoughts about having what you want. Things are hard. They're not easy, but you can still get what you want. Just because something's hard doesn't mean you can't have what you want. Just because something's not easy doesn't mean you're not going to be able to get what you want. Some people give up because it's not easy. You chose to keep going. You chose to not be affected. You chose to not let other people's negativity change how you feel. Once you learn that you didn't have to. You don't have to be affected or feel different because that's what somebody else wants. You woke up feeling good. They try to change that. Well, guess what? You can maintain how you feel. So a lot of things is up to you. Mostly all of it is up to you. And now that you know that, you're not going to let yourself feel any type of way about anything that anybody does. They can do whatever they want. Why? Because you can change how you feel about it. When you're high profile, when you're a celebrity, when you're successful, other people are going to say negative things to try to bring you down. And you have to work on your mind and cancel out the negative thoughts they're trying to implant in it. Everybody's after your mind. Commercials, haters, the government, subliminal messages. Everybody's after your mind. Everybody's after your perception, the news, everything. I thought God was more powerful than all of that. Don't allow negativity to change you. Don't allow somebody's attitude or to change you. Sometimes people will be negative and act like they're having a bad day on purpose just to try to bring you down, because negative energy can do that. They see you being positive, they'll be come over, start doing all this negative stuff. It's like it's similar to like some noise campaigns. It's like you're out at the park having a good day, and then somebody comes over and then starts having a negative, toxic conversation. You have to get up and go somewhere else so you don't have to hear it and take in that negative energy. You see that person looking over at you and stuff like that. That stuff like that does not happen all the time on purpose, but sometimes it does. If you're out randomly and it happens, that person could have done that. That person could just be a demon. And yes, they could have done that, but usually it happens with situations where someone that you know, someone that's irritated by your peace, someone that is trying to bring you some stress, they're trying to stress you out, bring your stress level up. Some people like seeing people mad. Demons like seeing you mad and they find it funny. Demons find it hilarious when you're mad and upset over certain things that normal people would not laugh at certain things like that. Not that you should take it serious to the point to where it's going to destroy you. And there are some people who do laugh at things that bother other people, but not in a way to where they're trying to break or destroy a person. Sometimes people are laughing at things that bother them because they have a higher understanding that everything is okay. And that person shouldn't be bothered by what they're bothered by in the first place. But it takes growth, it takes learning, it takes understanding. See, like knowledge this is why you are a temple, and this is why knowledge is like a house. Before you learn certain things, it's like you're on the outside in. Once you learn something, it frees you, it changes you, and now you enter into another state of consciousness. You enter into another state of mind. So it's like that's why it's like Jay-Z was talking about how he got keys. That's why people say keys open doors. Like knowledge is a key. Keys open doors. Knowledge opens doors to new realms of thought, new realms of thinking, put you in a new mental state, put you in a new place in your mind. So we pretty much chopped it up with this video. Thank you for watching it. Shout out to the chosen vessels, the galactic family, the GCVs. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. If you support my channel and you love my content, the links to donate are in the description. My PayPal, my Cash App. Show your main man some love. I'll see you in the next video. Donate, share this video. Peace.